Alrighty, economists. Today's little presentation is going to be on changes in supply. And we do have another awesome acronym today, and it's NICEPP. Okay, NICEPP stands for Natural Man-Made Phenomena, Input Costs, Competition, Expectations, Profitability of Alternative Goods in Supply, and Profitability of Goods in Joint Supply. We'll go more in depth at each of these. Starting off with natural man-made phenomena. Okay, this is going to affect the supply chain. We're talking about natural disasters, weather, wars, riots, or strikes. Okay, if you think about the wars going on in North Africa, kind of the Middle East, okay, this is going to affect the oil supply because these countries now can't produce. Okay, so this is a man-made phenomenon. If you think about Hurricane Katrina or the BP oil spill, these are kind of natural-ish phenomena. That's going to, again, affect various supply chains in the economy, in the market. The next supply change we have is input costs. Okay, the prices of resources, land, labor, capital change. Okay, changes in technology, changes in productivity, and government policies. So, if the price of lumber increases a ton, okay, so the supply of wooden desks is going to be less because it's more expensive, so it's more expensive to produce, so they're going to produce less of it. Okay. Changes in technology. If something becomes more efficient, something becomes better at supplying, producing something, the supply is then going to increase because there's going to be more of that supply. C. Competition. Numbers of producers in a market. Essentially saying that if there are more producers, okay, there's more companies that produce blue jeans, there's going to be more of a supply. If there's less producers, if you're trying to go business, there's going to be less of a supply. Expectation. Okay. If a producer expects prices to rise in the future, then supply less now so that they can sell their good service in the future at a higher price. So if you expect stocks to increase in value in the future, you're not going to sell them now because you're expecting the price to increase in the future. So you're going to sell them later so you can make more money, so you can get a high price for it. And on the flip side of that, if producers expect prices to fall in the future, then they're going to supply more now, while the price is still relatively higher. So if they expect that the price for lumber is going to fall in the future because of various reasons, they're going to try to supply as much as they can now, so hopefully they can sell as much as they can now and optimize their money, make as much money as they can. Okay, profitability of alternate goods in supply. This one's kind of confusing. But if farmers can make more money growing pineapples instead of bananas, then the supply of pineapples will increase and the supply of bananas will decrease. Okay? So if they see that they can make more profit out of one than the other, they're going to supply the thing that they think is more profitability. Another example, if auto manufacturers can make more money selling SUVs instead of sedans, they're going to supply more SUVs because they want to make more money. P, profitability of goods in joint supply. Okay, so example, take the copper example. If the supply of beef increases, the supply of leather is going to increase as well. Think of byproducts. Okay, when you slaughter a cow for that beef, there are also a bunch of other byproducts that you can use. So the supply of leather is going to increase as well because they're going to use that whole cow. If you think about when they're gathering lumber and they're chopping down trees and forests, they're going to use the whole tree, so the supply of lumber is going to increase as well as the supply of wood chips because they're going to use the smaller piece of that tree that don't necessarily make good lumber. The supply of those wood chips is going to increase as well. Again, increase in supply, the supply curve is going to shift to the right. Decrease in supply, it's shifting to the left. And again, remember, just like demand, the price does not change the supply. All it does is change the quantity supplied. So it's going to move along that same supply graph. It's not going to shift it at all. Let's look at a couple examples here. An increase in supply is going to go to the right because it's increasing. A decrease in supply is then going to go to the left. And again, if the price changes, all it's going to do is move along the same supply curve. The supply curve is not going to move.